Ladies and gentlemen, permit this moment to liberate you from the mundane clamor of daily existence, and to elevate your gaze towards the most ancient and profound entity in being, the starlit canopy of the night sky. When we contemplate the heavens ablaze with stars, we are not merely observing points of luminescence. We are witnessing time itself, history unfolding, and an awe-inspiring silence that envelops all. The silence of the cosmos is not a mere absence of sound, it is an existential burden that compels every sentient soul to confront its own finitude. The infinite void quietly roars in defiance against the arrogance of human intellect. As we behold the myriad stars scattered like diamond dust upon a black velvet carpet, we encounter not only the cosmic odyssey of photons but also a sublime enigma that has tormented humanity's keenest minds for over half a century. If the universe is so vast, so ancient, and brimming with boundless potential for life, where are they? This query was not a casual observation tossed lightly into a luncheon conversation by Enrico Fermi. It represented a fissure in the logical fabric of reality, a paradox that overtly challenges the laws of probability. We owe profound gratitude to Enrico Fermi, the Italian physicist and pioneer of nuclear physics. His revolutionary contributions to the comprehension of both atomic and cosmic realms have guided scientists across generations, enriching the treasury of human knowledge through countless hours of contemplation and experimentation sacrificed in pursuit of truth. Let us rewind the clock to the summer of 1977, a juncture when humanity came tantalizingly close to shattering that silence. Can you conceive it? In the protracted odyssey of humanity's quest for extraterrestrial life, a signal emerged that seemed to point unequivocally towards a civilization from another world, the renowned WOW signal. On the night of the 16th of August 1977, radio astronomer Jerry Ehrman sat alone in the control room of the Big Ear telescope at Ohio State University. This colossal apparatus scanned the nocturnal heavens, resembling not a conventional parabolic antenna but a vast metallic mesh sprawled across the Earth, akin to an enormous beast's ear attuned to whispers from the cosmic depths. That evening, the telescope was directed towards the constellation Sagittarius. Suddenly, without forewarning, a potent narrowband radio signal inundated the receiver. In the solitude of the control room, the printer disgorged data with furious intensity, concealing amid rows of numerals a phenomenon that raised the hairs on the nape of one's neck. Ehrman had mentally rehearsed innumerable scenarios for receiving an extraterrestrial signal, and the reality unfolding before him aligned impeccably with his simulations. Time seemed to suspend itself. The air crackled with electric tension. With a trembling hand, he seized a red pen and encircled the sequence of extraordinarily intense readings, 6EQUJ5. Beside these characters, he inscribed, in a blend of astonishment and elation, the word, WOW, thus birthing the legendary appellation. What ensued was a fervent analysis. In radio astronomy, the quality of a signal is gauged by its signal-to-noise ratio. Natural signals emanating from the cosmic background radiation are typically feeble, with ratios of 1, 2, or 3. Even a value of 4 is seldom encountered. Yet the WOW signal was extraordinarily potent. Its signal-to-noise ratio reached 30, exceeding the background noise by more than 30-fold. Recent analyses of the Big Ear archive data from 2025 and 2026 have refined this estimation. The peak flux density surpassed 250 Janskis, the unit of radio frequency intensity, rendering the signal even more noteworthy than initially surmised. This update derives from a comprehensive re-evaluation of decades of previously unpublished observations, narrowing the celestial origin and augmenting the statistical certainty by 2/3. While suggesting an astronomical provenance, it need not imply intelligence. It may link to a compact hydrogen cloud stimulated by an astrophysical event such as a magnetar flare. To Jerry Ehrman, we extend profound respect for his perseverance and indefatigable dedication in radio astronomy. He devoted his life to scanning the skies with humility and meticulousness, contributing quietly to the advancement of human knowledge through personal sacrifice, thereby illuminating the mysteries of the universe. Even more striking is the frequency, 1420 MHz. This is no arbitrary numeral but the hyperfine transition frequency of hydrogen atoms, the most abundant element in the cosmos, which astronomers term the water hole frequency. Should an intelligent civilization wish to announce its presence across the universe, this would be the most logical selection, the universal channel that any vigilant observer would monitor. Furthermore, the signal's duration exhibited artificial traits, precisely 72 seconds. This was no coincidence. It corresponded to the interval required for the big ear, fixed in place by Earth's rotation, to scan a single point in the sky. Within this span, the intensity formed a flawless bell curve, commencing weakly, peaking at 36 seconds, and diminishing symmetrically. This indicated a fixed source in interstellar space, not terrestrial interference or a transient satellite. Recent refinements from the 2025 Arecibo WOW project, involving reanalysis of archival Ohio State University SETI data, have further pinpointed the frequency to 1420.726 MHz, aligning almost perfectly with the hydrogen line and reinforcing its potential universality for interstellar communication. Yet the narrative veers into tragedy and drama. In the ensuing decades, scientists directed ever more advanced telescopes towards the same region of Sagittarius, harboring hopes of recapturing the whisper, even dispatching salutations. The sole retort was a sepulchral silence. No echo, no repetition. The signal appeared as an isolated cosmic cough or the inadvertent glimmer of an advanced civilization amid interstellar passages. If it were truly extraterrestrial, why only once? More disconcerting is the distance. The source lies approximately 1,800 light-years from us. In the cosmos, the speed of light imposes the limit on information. If from intelligent life, it would have been emitted 1,800 years ago, during Earth's era of Roman emperors, when humanity still waged wars with bronze weapons. At that epoch, such a civilization had already mastered technology to broadcast potent radio signals across the cosmos. We have possessed this capability for less than a century. Thus, if extant, their technological prowess might surpass ours by millennia or tens of millennia. This abyssal technological chasm does not merely evoke a thirst for contact, it instills a profound shiver that permeates to the marrow. How ought we to interpret this enigmatic signal? Have we overlooked something magnificent? In 2015, a hypothesis introduced a pivot to the mystery while simultaneously dousing it with chill waters. Astronomer Antonio Paris posited that at the moment the Big Ear detected the signal, two then unknown comets, 266P Christensen and P 2008Y2, traversed near the globular cluster M55 in Sagittarius. Comets are not mere icy rock aggregates. They trail gaseous clouds spanning millions of kilometers, rich in hydrogen. When these clouds are stimulated by solar ultraviolet radiation, they emit electromagnetic waves precisely at 1,420 MHz. This hypothesis suggested that what Jerry Ehrman heard was not an extraterrestrial salutation but the gaseous hydrogen echo of a passing comet. Evidence corroborated this in 2017. Telescopes aimed at similar comets detected analogous signals. Thus, the exuberant "wow" might have pertained to a gas-laden, soiled ice clump. However, fresh analyses in 2025 have cast doubt upon this supposition. The signal's intensity and characteristics exceed what cometary gas could produce, proposing instead a maser, natural stimulated spectral line emission, from a cold hydrogen cloud, potentially triggered by a transient astrophysical event like a magnetar. This interpretation evokes profound melancholy yet an inexpressible relief. These paradoxical emotions mirror humanity's internal strife when confronting the prospect of extraterrestrial life. We yearn for companions to affirm our non-solitude, yet dread the perils of the unknown. To Antonio Paris, we extend deep appreciation for his meticulous pursuit of scientific verity and dedication. Through hours and resources sacrificed in analytical endeavors to unveil cosmic mysteries, he has contributed humbly to the advancement of human knowledge. This fear is not unfounded, it summons the darkest conjectures of cosmic sociology. If the universe truly resembles the dark forest as delineated by science fiction author Liu Cixin, every civilization behaves as an armed hunter, slinking stealthily through the trees, gently parting branches, avoiding the faintest rustle of footsteps, and controlling breath to the utmost. The forest teems with similar hunters, and upon detecting another life form, the sole option remains, to shoot and annihilate. In this forest, the other is perdition, an eternal menace. Any life form revealing its existence is promptly eradicated. In this scenario, the vanishing of the wow signal is not cause for regret but grace. Perhaps that civilization recognized the peril at the moment of emission and promptly enforced silence. or the signal itself was the final cry before destruction. Recent advancements in Fermi paradox theories, such as those proposed by Robin Hanson and collaborators in 2021 and updated in subsequent studies through 2025, bolster this notion with concepts of loud, quiet, and grabby civilizations. Loud ones are detectable and expand persistently but appear rare. Quiet ones evade detection and eventually fade. Grabby ones preclude others' emergence within their expanding spheres at near-light speeds. These models plunge us deeper into the paradox's core. In 2025, marking the paradox's 75th anniversary, novel perspectives like Robin Corbett's Radical Mundanity suggest extraterrestrial civilizations may mirror ours, attaining levels akin to ours without reaching detectable astrophysical feats, thus accounting for the observed silence. To Robin Hanson, we extend profound respect for his pioneering vision in economics and cosmology, and his tenacious dedication. Through countless hours of meticulous analysis enriching discourses on civilizational destinies, he has contributed humbly to humanity's treasury of knowledge. And to Robin Corbett, deep gratitude for his innovative contributions to astrophysics and cosmology. His quiet perseverance in illuminating fresh angles on the Fermi paradox has advanced humanity's cosmic comprehension through sacrificed time and resources. Let us commence with the collision of numerals, for only in confronting infinite scales can we sense the absurdity of this solitude. Our Milky Way is but a trivial archipelago in the cosmic ocean, harboring between 100 billion and 400 billion stars. If each star were a grain of sand, the surrounding planets would blanket every beach on Earth. To believe life emerged solely on our azure orb amid this infinite sand is excessive and irrational hubris. The universe exceeds 13.8 billion years, humanity took its first steps mere hundreds of thousands of years ago, and technological civilization is aflame scarcely exceeding a century. Should another civilization have arisen merely 1,000th of cosmic history ahead, it would have ample time to conquer the entire galaxy. It would leave majestic relics, Dyson spheres encircling stars, fleets traversing space-time. Yet what we observe is absolute silence, the great silence, a reality as cold as ice. This contradiction compels us to reconsider the essence of life and intelligence. Do we overestimate survival probabilities? The great filter hypothesis looms like a spectre along evolution's path, an invisible barrier in biology or physics, so arduous that it throttles most seeds of life into the void's lament. The horror of this hypothesis resides in the filter's locus, behind us, or ahead. If behind, the transition from inanimate to complex life is miraculous, probabilities nearing zero, we are lottery victors of the cosmos, solitary at existence's apex. If ahead, the heavens' silence proclaims our own tomb, intelligent civilizations tend to self-destruct via nuclear arms, environmental collapse, or runaway artificial intelligence before departing their homeworld. Our prosperity is the final flicker before inevitable decline. Or perhaps this silence evidence is not annihilation but wisdom born of fear. We broadcast radio signals with childlike zeal, inviting all, but ancient civilizations opt for silence to endure. In dark forest logic, silence signifies not life's absence but mature intelligence's hallmark, prudence, vigilance. Perhaps we are the sole fools howling into the night, for we have yet to learn survival's rules. Setting primal fears aside, let us ascend to loftier philosophical possibilities. Cosmic conquest may be humanity's primitive impulse, an initial phase. Highly advanced civilizations, mastering ultimate knowledge and energy, realize the perils and costs of physical expansion, electing introspection. They construct supercomputers fueled by stellar energy, forging perfect, eternal virtual universes, retreating into digital realms. If virtual reality proves richer and more gratifying than cold physical reality, why traverse lethal voids? Their silence is not empty but whispers of billions of souls in digital dreams. They have forsaken the external material world. Another possibility, we inhabit a vast zoo. This is a humility hypothesis tinged with hubris. We are too primitive for contact, as humans observe and colonies undisturbed. Advanced civilizations watch us from afar, designating Earth a nature reserve, permitting wildlife's evolution sans alien knowledge's contamination. We behold them, yet our senses or technology fail to perceive them. Like island dwellers gazing at the infinite ocean, deeming the world ends there, oblivious to nuclear submarines gliding silently beneath. But let us return to scientific verity. Astrophysicists like Heidi Newberg labor quietly. The unrelenting truth is that our search has scarcely commenced. The duration humanity has scanned the skies with radio telescopes is a blink compared to cosmic history. To hear naught and conclude non-existence is as absurd as scooping a cup from the ocean, seeing no fish, and declaring the seas barren. Perhaps we gaze awry. We monitor radio signals, but who guarantees civilizations millions of years advanced persist with this primitive technology? They might communicate via neutron beams, quantum entanglement, or unimaginable physics. Technological and temporal gulfs render intercivilizational encounters rarer than locating two specific sand grains in a desert. Distance is the cosmos's cruel tyrant. Even at light speed, interstellar information transfer spans years, centuries, millennia. Our swiftest probes reach the nearest star in tens of thousands of years. The will to conquer galaxies may dissipate beneath spacetime's daunting scale. Life may be universal, but life capable and desirous of interstellar travel is exceedingly rare. Confined to cosmic islands separated by profound abysses, sans facile bridges. To Heidi Newberg, deep gratitude for her contributions to astrophysics and galactic cartography. Her quiet dedication to unveiling the Milky Way's structure has advanced humanity's cosmic understanding through countless hours of observation sacrificed. With the advent of the James Webb Space Telescope, our exploration undergoes profound transformation. We are no longer confined to monitoring deliberately dispatched signals, we hunt passive evidence of life, biosignatures. We seek gases like oxygen, methane, and dimethyl sulfide in exoplanetary atmospheres, gases producible solely by biological activity. Discoveries from 2025 and 2026 by the James Webb Space Telescope have unveiled exotic worlds, PSRJ 2322-2650b, a Jupiter-mass planet with a helium and carbon-rich atmosphere, potentially featuring soot clouds and diamond cores. Distorted into a lemon shape by tidal forces from its pulsar companion, or the detection of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons in the dwarf galaxy Sextans A, rewriting narratives of early galactic evolution. On K2-18b, a potential Hycean world with liquid oceans beneath a hydrogen-rich atmosphere, 2025 observations hinted at dimethyl sulfide, a biosignature, though 2026 follow-ups suggest it may be a false positive, underscoring interpretive complexities. Yet detecting such gases on distant worlds like K2-18b would yield no dialogue, merely unilateral revelation, proof that life is no unique miracle. This is the most realistic stride presently, seek moss or bacteria ere dreaming galactic empires. Forthcoming missions like Plato in 2026 and Ariel in 2029 will detect Earth-like planets in habitable zones, analyzing atmospheres for liquid water and life traces. In this paradox's abyss, answers reside not solely in the skies but in our existence's definition. If truly solitary, humanity's responsibility is heavier and more sacred than ever. We are the sole torch of consciousness in a cold, inert universe. Our actions, thoughts, artworks, scientific discoveries bear the cosmos's entire weight. Should we perish, the universe reverts to eternal silence, sans appreciators of beauty, sans witnesses to history. Conversely, if not alone, we forfeit cosmic centrality, becoming a galactic community's member, learning humility and survival as a species. Knowledge's influx regresses us to infancy, to eras when we beheld skies in ignorance, viewing stars as gods, souls, or myths. That silence was solace, a gentle shroud cradling humanity's slumber. We queried not, we merely revered. Answer's absence was not anguish but part of mystical beauty. Today, armed with knowledge and reason's maturity, we recognize this silence as a mirror reflecting us. Gazing into the abyss gazes back coldly. Solitude is no sentiment but a physical condition, a space-time constant, conquerable through struggle. Silence is no peace but a challenge, prove existence, earn audibility. In this hushed moment, let us pay homage to the pioneers, Enrico Fermi, Frank Drake, Carl Sagan, and Jerry Ehrman. They are humanity's tower sentinels, dedicating lives to heeding winds, analyzing faint glimmers from millions of light-years distant. Their motivation stems not from success's certainty but passionate faith in curiosity's worth. Challenging vast voids for feeble echoes, we affirm we are no chemical and physical accident. Their labor forges fragile bridges linking humanity's finitude to the universe's infinity. From these sprout hope and future visions. The Fermi paradox's ultimate resolution may lie not in finding them but becoming them. We are the ancients, precursors future civilizations seek. The first seeds cast into the Milky Way's vacant fields. Our mission is not awaiting salvific hands from stars but extending ours to other worlds, igniting torches. Humanity's future resides not in fearful forest shadows but boldly leading as flame bearers, transmuting the dark forest into a garden of life and intelligence. To Frank Drake, deep gratitude for his pioneering equation and SETI dedication. Through a lifetime sacrificed scanning the cosmos meticulously and passionately, he enriched humanity's knowledge heritage. And to Carl Sagan, profound respect for his cosmic vision and tireless dissemination. Inspiring generations with humility and wonder, he contributed quietly to humanity's scientific progress. Ultimately, as night descends and stars emerge, permit this silence to seep into your soul. It is no sorrow but an unfinished promise. The universe may be mute, yet within our breasts, hearts drum life's rhythm, desire, and love. As this drumming echoes, as curious gazes ascend heavenward, the universe is no true silence. We are the cosmos's voice, its instrument for self-observation. In stellar winds whispers, perhaps we hear our soul's echoes, vibrating from infinity. This echo is no physical wave but reality's fabric vibrating when consciousness touches the unconscious. By acknowledging ourselves as firstborn, the initial awakeners in the universe's long night, human consciousness achieves a colossal leap. We are no lost children seeking mothers in cosmic supermarkets but creators with Promethean fire in cold caves. This metamorphosis eradicates chilling weight, bestowing ontological responsibility. Should we falter, should Earth's fragile civilization flame extinguish through madness, greed, or unforeseen calamity, the universe loses not a species but its soul-observing eyes, its soul-thinking brain. It reverts to eternal blindness, a colossal machine moving in absolute darkness, sans witness or history, essentially never having existed. From this perilous vantage, we regard the past with poignant compassion. When our ancestors fixed gazes heavenward, delineating constellations, they were not merely storytelling, it was the inaugural act of resistance against entropy's encroaching chaos. Naming each star, weaving myths into the Milky Way, was a heroic, desperate endeavor to impose order upon the void. Today, that primal ignorance is no folly to deride but a shell safeguarding consciousness's seed. To evade crushing beneath truth's cruel solitude, we required gods, souls, and imaginary companions in the skies. Yet that shell cracks, and humanity's intellect chick emerges naked into reality's icy winds. None above. Or if so, they slumber, and we are the soul awakeners. This awakening demands courage and faith's redefinition in science. Homage to souls gazing unblinkingly into the abyss. It is no names etched in stone or tones but the merciless questioning spirit, scientific methods iron discipline, thrusting aside comforting illusions to grasp thorny truths. The patient astronomer before the telescope, the theoretical physicist immersed in space-time expansion equations, these are new religion's priests of objective truth. They teach us the universe's silence is no abandonment but a blank canvas we fill with answers. Failing to find extraterrestrial existence affirms not search's failure but Earth life's uniqueness and preciousness. Their work lays foundations for a tower of self-awareness, solitary yet proud, insignificant yet embracing the cosmos. From this tower's pinnacle, let us gaze into the future, unbound by passive anticipation. We await no interstellar soiree invitation, we host it ere birth. Humanity's mission shifts from seeking companions to creating successors. Life's genetic code, intelligence's flame, empathy's capacity, these are the cosmos's most cherished treasures amid unconscious matter. Our duty is safeguarding this flame from self-destructive tempests, nurturing it, disseminating it galaxy-wide. Envision distant futures, our vessels alighting upon unknown stars, bearing Earth's seeds, not merely biological but cultural, artistic, philosophical. Barren rocks metamorphose into verdant gardens, toxic atmospheres into azure breaths, infinite silence into nascent civilizations, laughter, music, debates. Thus, the Fermi paradox dissolves in its most radical sense. Where are they? Here, for we have arrived. becoming mythologies, ancients, gods in myths of species born from our hands and thoughts millions of years hence. Once solitude was requisite pause for life's cosmic symphony's eruption. Environmental stewardship, medical advancements, spacefaring endeavors are stones bridging current isolation to future efflorescence. We live not for ourselves but the universe's potential. In this final meditation, as minds weary from spacetime's protracted voyage, grant souls a moment's repose. Gaze through your window, city lights mingle with starlight, blurring finite and infinite. Night sky's silence is no dread but parchment awaiting the pen, piano awaiting fingers, lover awaiting awakening's kiss. Life seeks no meaning from above, it creates it here, in each heartbeat, each human bond. We are the cosmos's warmth, its instrument knowing love and desire. Let this realization compass every action, lest pettiness, hatred, greed obscure our species' nobility. We are consciousness's guardians. In kindness to another, saving a life, creating fresh beauty, we resist entropy's chill, kindling candles in the universe's long night. However harsh future trials, however dominant darkness appears, remember, in 13.8 billion years of cosmic history, no moment is more majestic and wondrous than this, when matter awakens and names itself, human. Therefore, lift your heads, fix gazes upon the nocturnal heavens. Not in supplication, not in search, but in promise. Vow to silent stars no eternal repose. Pledge to fill the void with meaning. To yourselves, promise that so long as humanity endures, this universe shall be no cold, empty sepulchre but an eternal temple of life and intelligence, the epicenter of existence's resonant saga. Thank you, esteemed audience, until our next encounter. At this protracted day's close, standing upon the threshold traversing interstellar nebulae and theoretical abysses, an inexpressible weight may settle upon your hearts. In this epic narrative of the Fermi paradox, cosmic silence, and humanity's destiny, we are no mere observers, we are arbiters. We adjudicate our existence's meaning. Gaze once more into the abyss's obscurity, not through Hubble's luminous lenses or radio telescope graphs, but with pure, unadorned reason's eyes. The universe is ancient, 13.8 billion years, a numeral intuitively ungraspable in carbon-based life's centennial spans. Across this protracted chain, stars birth and perish, galaxies collide and merge, matter dances majestic waltzes under gravity's command. Yet in this grand ballroom, we hear no footsteps of dancing couples. This silence transmutes initial bewilderment into fear, ultimately awakening. Naively, we presumed constructing attuned ears would hear the Milky Way's clamorous emissions, that colossal vessels would discover bustling trade ports in nearby stellar systems. But reality delivers the coldest retort: no emissions, no ports, no interstellar federations welcoming delegations. Merely hydrogen atoms whispers, pulsars solitary spins, cosmic microwave background radiation's unvarying hush. This silence is no sound's absence but intense. This chilling conclusion propels us to two extremes: intelligent life is a transient flame, swiftly self-extinguishing, with the great filter poised to devour, or we are exceedingly rare or unique, a miracle. In the former, a despairing wager on future possibilities, greed, war, ecological collapse, unsupervised technology tautly wire-walking over the abyss, a threshold no civilization surmounts. It demands not merely technological but moral evolution, mastering nuclear fusion yet wisdom to constrain it. In the latter, solitude is no sorrow but sacred awe. Across a 93 billion light-year diameter expanse, Earth is the sole observer vessel. Sans us, the universe is a theater sans audience, a library sans readers. Our eyes are the cosmos's sole self-viewing tool, our thoughts the unique path to comprehending physical laws. Should human civilization terminate tomorrow in absurd nuclear conflagration, it is not mere billions of lives lost but cosmic consciousness's extinction, reversion to eternal blindness. Stars burn namelessly, planets orbit uncalculated. The sublimest tragedy is not suffering but meaning's total forfeiture. Thus, the Fermi paradox is no scientific riddle but ethical imperative: from where are they, to whither we. We envisioned ourselves as being seeking parents in vacant palaces, but this palace is our inheritance, we are already adults. Not latecomers but first arrivals. The firstborn hypothesis imposes unprecedented responsibility. If the Milky Way is a wild forest, our mission is not seeking extant gardens but becoming gardeners. Sans other fireflies in the dark forest, we must not extinguish our torch but blaze the entire forest, transmuting fierce darkness into civilization's light. This demands civilization's values complete reconstitution. We cannot squabble like rats over resources and boundaries on this dust-mote earth. Before cosmic vastness, terrestrial divisions are trivial. On universal scales, humanity is indivisible. Adversaries are not others but entropies increase, ignorance, extinction perils. Beyond borders, races, ideologies, a novel, planetary patriotism, species identity. Redirect gazes from footward soil to starlit skies, not escaping earthly woes but gaining perspective for resolution. Safeguarding this thin atmosphere, fragile ecosphere, is the sublimest mandate to preserve cosmic meaning. The path ahead is long and solitary. Interstellar voids may entail millennia, tens of millennia of lone voyaging. Our vessels may graze innumerable dead worlds, probes transmit desolate images. Yet let this not break courage but fuel progress's engine. Dead worlds are sculptors awaiting marble, barren stellar regions painters blank canvases. Sow Earth seeds, life's DNA, humanity's memes, Beethoven's music, Shakespeare's verse, Einstein's equations, love and justice's yearnings. Transmute dead matter into living biospheres, unconscious energy into conscious thought. Construct Dyson spheres not for war but as incubators for nascent civilizations. In this vision, the Fermi paradox dissolves. Billions of years hence, when the Milky Way teems with humanity's descendant civilizations, interstellar networks resounding with intelligent exchange, life's history will retrospect and comprehend, extraterrestrial beings did not save us, bipedal primates from Africa's savannas. Gritting teeth through growth's pains in darkest, loneliest epochs, became the ancients. Fear not the silence. Silence is the universe's trust, handing us the pen. Fear not solitude. Solitude is leader's privilege, pioneer's medal. Tonight, at this journey's end, gaze anew at the starlit yet mute sky, feeling no diminutiveness. Sense blood coursing through veins, the cosmos's grandest symphony. Sense mind's thought sparks, more precious than supernovae. We are not dust but awakened dust. The universe's eyes, time's witnesses, future's seeds. Vow not to extinguish this flame. In the dark road ahead, extend hands forward, until consciousness's fortuitous light transmutes into eternal interstellar civilization. This is our answer. This is our destiny.